So this is the worst alcohol-free beer I have reviewed so far. If you see me drinking this in public, please reach out. I need some help. So I don't know when the Desperado was first created, but I know it was bought by Heineken in 2012, and this particular alcohol-free beer was launched in 2021. So as always, starting with appearance, I don't quite understand the metal teeth, the chain, the colored lips. There's a lot of strange stuff going on the bottle, I think. Maybe I'm the wrong target audience for this type of drink. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. Yeah, it's got the lowest score so far from all of my reviews. It's going to get a 1 out of 10. I think even poured, it does produce a little bit of head, but even poured, it's still just, there's something that is really so unappealing about the bottle. Let me just grab my opener. Okay. Yeah, there's very few bubbles forming in there. There's a good bit of head. The smell of this is just, I don't know. I think I must be the wrong audience for this, but yeah, it's still getting a looks-wise. Looks-wise, it's still getting 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5 for me. It just doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. Yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. It's still going to get 1 out of 5 for me. Onto Aroma. It has citrus extract and aroma in there, and it definitely does smell citrusy, but it smells like the little yellow bottles that you can get from the supermarket, which don't actually have lemon juice in them. That's what it kind of smells like. So that's probably what they've used or something similar. Look, it doesn't smell like a beer. It smells a bit like a lemonade, and it just smells a little bit chemically. It just doesn't do it for me, unfortunately. So 2 out of 5. Like, they claim it smells like citrus, and it smells like citrus. So I'll give them an extra point for that. Off to taste, and what smells funky normally tastes a bit funky. I actually almost can't drink this. I opened it up to do my little review, and it's just, this. It tastes a bit like a bad lemonade. There's not really much of a beer flavor in there. It's very, very sweet. I think the first couple of sips are kind of manageable, and then that sweetness just overpowers you, and it's just way too sweet, way too citrusy, with no beer flavor at all to it. So again, it's going to get the worst score that I've given out so far on the channel for my reviews. It's going to get a 1 out of 10. And again, like it's not really much of a beer. It's definitely more of a lemonade, and there's just too much sugar. So, you know, if you're making a beer, you don't necessarily have to add in extra sugar in that process. So I don't know why they have, but for me, it just doesn't have any enjoyable flavors. So unfortunately, it's going to get the worst review I've had so far. Finally, overall, I guess unfortunately, I can buy this at my local supermarket. So it's going to get a 3 out of 5 for that, because that's what I've given most other beer brands that I don't necessarily like the taste of, but you know, you can go out and buy them. To be honest, the price is significantly more than what I would probably pay for it. I don't think they could pay me to drink the Desperado alcohol-free beer. Yeah, that means, you know, I'll give it the 3 points. It's probably a bit more than I should be giving for it. You know, and thankfully there are some really good Mexican brands out there. So, I mean, I don't think Desperados actually has anything to do with Mexico, but there are some really good beers out there. So the Corona, which I've already reviewed, which I'd recommend diving into if you want something nice that's drinkable, that has that kind of Mexican flair to it. Because, yeah, I'd recommend washing this down with a Corona, and then honestly washing the rest of it down the drain. It's probably as the closest you can get to a cleaning product that you can find in the beer range, if that's a positive going for it. So this is just a really quick review today. I wouldn't recommend going out and grabbing a 6-pack of these. Maybe just go off and grab one, give it a try. It is, like I say, very citrusy, very fruity, very sweet. If that's what you're after, perfect. For me, it's not going into my beer fridge. I'd recommend not going into your beer fridge either. Coming up in the next couple of reviews, I've got some really tasty German beers and also some international ones, so looking forward to those. Cheers.
Just cooked lasagna? But you haven't got anything strong enough for that dirt and grime? Try Desperados. Desperados Wonder Cleaning Formula. It will clean all of that grime away. Desperados. Try it today for that citrus clean feel.